I've started putting the lights on it. These are just standard LED lights you buy at Christmas time. And if you wonder how I get the different colors, if you go down to Walmart about a week after Christmas, usually all their lights are 75% off, and I can buy a $7 box of these 100 multicolors for $1.75. So I buy them by the case, take them apart, and just put the lights together that I need. The clips I buy from a company called All American Christmas Company. They're easy to find on the web. These just snap on. I'll do it over here. They just snap on, and then your lights just clip right down into them. That's all there is that holds them in place. For what I'm doing at the moment, it's taking 15 lights per drumstick here. On the opposite side, I have one light right here that goes with these 15, so that's actually 16 in this one, and then a 5 right here that's separate. I'll be using an old 20-volt transformer I've got because I'm cheap. This was left over from an old printer I had. Now on LEDs, it matters which side is positive and negative. They alternate when they make a string of them. They go from positive, negative, right on down the line. So you want to be sure to do the same thing here when you're adding your 16th light. So from this set right here, the positive is on top, and you can tell this on this particular set by where the little guide tab is on the top here. Others have a flat spot on the bulb, and some of them have a line on one side, but you can always tell which side is positive and which side is negative. So on this one, I'm going from the positive here across to my 16th bulb into the negative side, and then back out the positive. Now because I've cut this string up into pieces, we have 3 15s, 1, and a 5. You have to use resistors in order to get your brightness back where you want. You can't run 20 volts through just 15 bulbs because they would burn out. So on the 15s, the 2 here at the bottom, these require, on my setup, 470 resistors, 470 ohm. On yours, it depends on what lights you're using because colors are different, as well as what transformer you're using. So you'll just have to experiment to figure out what works for you. But for me, the 470s on the 15s, a 390 on the 16, it doesn't take as big a resistor because I've got an extra bulb. There's 16. And on the 5, it takes a pretty large resistor to keep from burning out the bulbs and to get the brightness where I want it. Those are 4.7K ohms. So when we add them in, I'm just going to trim it down, and I'll be adding this one onto the 5. Now it doesn't matter on a resistor whether you're on the positive side or the negative side. It doesn't matter to the resistor, but consistency is always a good thing, so I've been putting them on all the positives. So I'm going to tin the ends of this resistor just a little bit here. Makes them a lot easier to put together. And I'll add it on. Now I'm going to cover these with heat shrinks to make sure that I don't have any kind of shorts. So I'll take my wires, put the heat shrink over it, attach it to the resistor, and put my shrink tube over it, covering it all up so that there won't be any danger of it shorting out. use my heat gun to shrink it up. And that's ready. I'll do the same thing to the other side. And this is what I've already done to the others. You can see on the positive sides, this is where my resistors are at. So it's right here on the 16 and over here on the 5 or on the 15s. So as I say, you'll have to figure out what resistors work best for you, but this is all I need. So I'll finish putting these together and be right back. Now that all my resistors have been installed and my wires, I'm going to attach them to the relays here, and so I can do a test. I've marked each one of the wires so that I know which one is which. I have my right hand 5 lights, so that's this one. The right hand bottom, so that's this one. These are going to be working off the same relay, so I'm going to wrap them together and install them in the number 1 relay. All right. Now the right hand middle is going to be going into the number 2 relay. And the right hand top. That'll be going into number 3. Now the left-hand bottom will be going into number 4 along with the left-hand 5 lights. Number 5 will be the left-hand middle. And number 6 will be the left-hand top. Which is this wire. Now that's everything that I need for the drum. My 20-volt power coming from the transformer. We're going to hook the positive side of the transformer. And most times you can tell on transformers because one side will have either writing on it or in this case a white stripe on one line. That is normally the positive side. So we're going to put the positive into the number 1 relay here. Tighten it down. And then as you can see with the red wires, there's a jumper that goes to 2 and then to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 and to 7. The reason there's not one going from 7 to 8 is number 8 is going to be 110 volts. That's what's going to actually light up his entire body. The negative side of the transformer is going to connect to all the grounds, and they can all go together. It doesn't hurt a thing. So So I've already got mine all connected. All the grounds all go into one single wire. And I'll connect that to the other side of the transformer. Put a little wire nut on here just to make sure it stays together. Okay, now connecting up the Arduino and the programs to run it, you can find all those in the other videos I made, 1 and 2. So we're going to connect some power up here now and connect it to the computer and see how it works. And here's what the drums look like. Now you're not hearing any music right at the moment because I'm using a copyrighted song here. It's Little Drummer Boy, and it'll be in the final video. What I'm doing at the moment is just showing you how the drums look when they're being used. So now I'm going to take the lights off of this, finish welding it all together, and I'll be right back with the finished product.